Well, just a day after he announced a potential special election to redistrict California, Governor Gavin Newsom is facing harsh criticism tonight. The governor is pushing to redraw California's congressional districts in response to President Trump's push to redistrict in red states. The president wants to send more Republicans to Congress in the midterms. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen shows us how redistricting could happen and how much it could cost the state.
Well, Becca, the governor's goal is to send more Democrats to Congress, and he says he wants this to be a transparent process and allow California voters to decide on the new maps. But the governor is getting a lot of pushback for the potential costs and interfering with the nonpartisan commission designated to redistrict.
A special election would be called. It's likely to be the first week of November. That process will unfold in a way where maps will be made available in a transparent way.
This is Governor Gavin Newsom's plan to send more Democrats to Congress as President Trump pushes for red states to redistrict. Texas Republicans just proposed new district maps.
We will go to the people of this state in a transparent way and ask them to consider the new circumstances.
The current redistricting process was put in place by voters in 2010 under the Voters First Act, giving that responsibility to the California Citizens Redistricting Commission, an independent group who uses census data to draw the lines. Because of that, if the state does have a special election to redraw the lines, experts believe it could result in a lawsuit.
And that lawsuit would challenge whether or not the legislature had the authority to place those congressional districts redrawn in the middle of the decade before even the voters, or whether or not that power is solely granted by the Constitution to the Citizens Redistricting Commission.
And it could cost the state hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars, something the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association says would be a waste of money.
I don't think this is actually going to happen because of the number of hurdles in terms of cost, in terms of political infighting, and in terms of breaking the norms of the normal process.
Republican Assemblymember Carl DeMille tells ABC 10 he will boycott this process if it is brought to the legislature to redraw the maps.
I will not participate in the drawing of lines for politicians. Politicians should not be choosing the voters should be choosing the politicians. I plan to boycott the process because it's illegitimate, corrupt.
And we reached out to Speaker of the Assembly, Robert Rivas, and the governor's office for additional information. A spokesperson for the speaker says the Assembly will review options with the governor and Senate to ensure our government remains fair, transparent, and representative of the people. The governor's office referred us to a comment made in yesterday's news conference where the governor said they're beginning to analyze this and said the cost of democracy, values, and rule of law is priceless. Becca.